So today we'll talk about this person, definitely this person, and maybe this person too. All right, let's get us into position here. Let's please, in 10 hells, let me have my image that I want. Thank you. When I get this much and I get a middle finger, right? All I'm asking for. Look at that fucking intro, by the way. This is Chibi-Robo Zip Lash, the last entry. And I see that the creators are trying to do a Kickstarter, trying to get a Robo game out for all systems, I think, including the Nintendo Switch and Steam Deck, PlayStation, Xbox, PC. We'll have to see how their not Chibi-Robo game turns out. But for right now, this is the final Chibi-Robo's game in the series. And yeah, let's go to town here. Let's go to that one. So, what is happening in politics? Politics versus racism. As Cholo Trucker had pointed out, and I have pointed out, it's not illegal to be a racist. There you go. End of story. Now, let's go to the beginning of the story, in which, okay, we're dealing with this is a new level for me, by the way. New level. And I'm playing it in 2D so that you can all see what I'm doing. But no, it's not illegal to be racist. Now, the whole thing started when Trump criticized illegal. Keep in mind the key word being illegal, butt-fucking legal immigrants, rapists, and murderers. Okay, you know what I did when we were sick, when we were all stay at home on 2020. Okay, I watched that whole 5-hour press conference when he announced his bid to run for the 2016 presidential year. And he made that speech. And then, you know what they do is, like, you know, they take the color white, right? They take the color white, you fade to white, you fade to white, you fade to white. And they chop down the speech because that's big tech news, whether it's the nightly news, world news tonight, evening news. They do this bullshit, right? Can I attach him to the proper thing? Ooh, balloons. Please note that in your Watts run, if your Watts run out or all of your balloons get popped, it'll be game over. So please be careful, right? Then off you go. I have no idea what we're doing here. What? You bastard. Okay, I got it now. Didn't understand my instructions. Oh. Get through the air. Fly. So, you got Kamala Harris saying she's black. But here's the thing, Kamala Harris. Dear Kamala, roses are red, violets are blue. Barack Obama was never fully black, and neither the fuck are you. Okay? I'll have to try this again. This is a test of your patience. Retry. Let's retry. Oh, I lost wattage. I lost wattage because I had to go and start this again. What a time for me to do a Game and Speak video when I'm like, oh shit, I can't do this. But, yeah, so Donald Trump spoke at a sort of a black conference for black people. It's not NAACP, but it's kind of like that, where he's speaking out against, not speaking out against, but he's speaking out for minorities. And, he said the same thing Vicente Fox said 20 years ago. Mexicans are taking black jobs or taking the jobs that black people didn't want. And Trump said the same thing. Though I wish he could have said it a little bit differently. I mean, Trump is known for talking shit. I told you all before in my YouTube, I'm not going to take sides. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I'm not going to tell you that you should vote for Trump. I'm not going to tell you you should vote for Biden, even though Biden's off the ticket. Where is he at in his head? But I'm not going to tell you, and I'm also going to make fun of other people. I'm going to make fun of everybody. I'll make fun of Trump. Yeah, he shouldn't have said black people didn't want these jobs or Mexican. He does talk a lot of shit. But I also don't trust the people that were putting him up there. He was 30 minutes late, right? Right? I see that the telly told me some important information and I completely buzzed it out. I'm having a stressful day, by the way. Okay, this is capture things. Wow, how do I go back down? How do I go down? How do I go down? I don't know my controls. I don't know how to control things. Yeah, that, I don't know how to control things. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, eat that. Did you get that? Anybody get that? Yeah, so it's basically you're going into the lion's den. It's like if somebody doesn't like me on LolCal Live, right? And they say, come on to the podcast and you can defend your side of things. It's like I'm walking into the lion's den where there's nothing but lions and they're all going to eat me alive. So what's the point? Why am I doing that? Barack Obama used his race in a way to win. He remember that that one preacher that was talking shit about white people in this sort of Panther Party speech? And then at some point, like a snap, Barack Obama denounced his pastor, his preacher, right? Forget Blagojevich. Remember Blagojevich was trying to sell his seat? That was a whole thing. Rod Blagojevich? That guy. Not that guy. We're talking about the guy that was the black deacon, the preacher that was at Barack Obama's sermons when Barack Obama went to like Sunday Mass. And he would talk, he would be angry and talking. And he spoke out against white people. And then Barack Obama was like, oh, sorry, I don't know you. It makes you think about where Barack Obama is. There's also rumors that he's gay, but I don't know what that's about. Goodness, this really is a challenging stage, isn't it? Yeah. You can use some moolah to clear it if you want. I'm going to retry. Yeah. So it's a waste of time to sit there and put politics over everything. You have to understand that censorship, it's like pretend that Disney, the corporation Disney, is running the political campaigns of everything, right? So when I tried to look up bad things about Barack Obama back in 2008, I could never find anything. And I think even back then, even during Barack's campaign, Barack versus John McCain, they were censoring things back then too. Versus Mitt Romney, they were censoring things back then too, because you could never find a bad thing about Barack Obama back in 2008, 2007, right? Some women called Barack Osama Obama because they didn't even know who the fuck he was yet. Back in the fall of 2007, they didn't know Barack Obama from Barack Hussein Obama from Saddam Hussein Osama. They didn't know anything. Then you go to 2008, everybody knows who he is. He's like Mr. Spock. He's like the wise Superman. He's going to save us all. But during the first term, he did some good, and then definitely stopping, what is his face? Bin Laden. But then after that, the economy was a mess. Employment was a mess. The same problems we have with every career politician, okay? If you fly through those rings that are floating in the air, yes, I think something good might happen. This is going to be my last attempt, and then I'll finish my thoughts about politics. Joe Biden's done. You know, I think I said in the volunteering effort that we should have had Joe Biden 10 years ago, and that was when he was going up against Paul Ryan. I mean, you saw the Joe Biden versus Paul Ryan. You thought maybe this guy had a chance. Maybe this guy was redeeming himself. Well, as a vice presidential candidate, but not as a presidential candidate. Because he's done. I mean, I still see those images of Joe Biden doing whatever the fuck. Okay. So they try to direct their attention away from sick Joe back to Kamala Harris. Okay. How do I go back down? How do I go back down? How do I go back down? I'd like to go back down. This game sucks. This game sucks. Okay. So, you know, it's Disney trying to direct everything where they censor things. You see all these red flags about a candidate that you remember from a speech years ago. You know, people will collaborate and tell you how to how to like put together things that people have said over the years. So if Kamala said red, my favorite color is red. Then the next speech she says my favorite color is blue. Then the next one she'll say my favorite color is green. Then my favorite color is yellow. And people will put together all the different contradicting thoughts that she put together, that she says, and then say, oh, look at this person. She said this, and then she said that, and then she said this over here. It doesn't sound like someone you could trust. We still remember Tulsi Gabbard versus Kamala Harris. We still remember the censorship that we got when we were trying to look up things about people. They're censoring things about Trump. The assassination attempt is censored. The fact that Trump talks shit, it's like, look, what he should have said during that meeting was, so there are jobs that legal Mexican immigrants or legal Mexican citizens and black citizens, minorities altogether, could be any minority, could be black, could be Indian, could be Middle Eastern, could be anything. There are poor white people that take those jobs, but every one of their jobs is being taken away by Mexican immigrants who are illegal. That's what he should have said. To be, he doesn't have to, but he should have said it that way. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I think that Trump still has not figured that out. So on this much, I will talk shit. But where I went wrong years ago was that because I was talking shit, because he was talking shit and I was reacting, my reaction was, I'm going to quit the game. I'm going to see if I can complete this without posting this on the fucking YouTube. But yeah, this is a nice intro. Don't trust anything that is presented to you. Don't even trust what I'm saying. Okay, yes, you got D-Day Cobra, you got Tim Pool, you got Steven Crowder, you got Lester Holtz and the Nightly News, you've got Crystal and Sagar, Breaking Points, right? So just look at everybody's points of views and then make up your own mind. But every time I see censorship for the sake of censoring the red flags that will make you think twice about every single candidate that you're voting for, just so you can be on jury duty, there's no point. You're just better off keeping an eye on these things. Just remember these names. Remember Steven Crowder. Remember Tim Pool. Because if you forget, then they'll try to gaslight you. It's easy to get gaslit. But if all you care about is racism, prejudice, or he said this mean thing, or he said that, or Ellen DeGeneres is being mean, whatever, then you shouldn't vote for anybody. Just stay at home, just like 2020. Don't pretend that presidents don't exist. You can still go to work the next day, right? I always made a joke that the Republicans want to go through your personal belongings, and the Democrats want to tell you where you can and can't go, right? Democrats shown the most when it came to the 2020 lockdowns, right? We couldn't go anywhere. When 9/11 happened, the Republicans acted fast and said, okay, we need TSA. We need to go through people's belongings. So that's what's happening now, right? The extremism, the draconian motivations of both political parties. Okay? So that's all I got to say is just be mindful of these things. We just want to get our employment to a point where everybody's employed, has a nice job, there's no homelessness on the streets, things are affordable. I don't care about the minimum wage, except that if we can afford to do most things, okay? And if we're spending poorly, we got to be trained to spend better. You have to be trained, I think, to spend better. That's what I'm training myself to spend better. Better childcare, okay? Better welfare for those who can't work. Immigration rights versus illegal immigration rights. Strengthening our borders, because Mexicans, and I say Mexicans, I don't mean Mexican Americans. Mexicans don't want to pay American taxes. We have the might to destroy the president with missiles, but we don't do it. We have to strengthen the borders instead. That's what we're doing. We can't promote illegal immigration. It's illegal. That's it for now. Thank you for tuning in. That was my Game and Speak. I haven't done a Game and Speak in a long time, but this stupid balloon level sucks. So I'm going to try it on my own later.